everyone. Happy Sunday. Um, we are going to be doing a transmission with Hathor today, and she's closely, depending on what you believe and what resonates for you, an aspect or a part of Sekhmet. I started getting the Hathor downloads around New Year's Eve, and was like, what's Hathor have to do with New Year's Eve? And when I looked up just kind of New Year's Eve and astrologically what was happening, it was the rising of Sirius, the star. So, and she is associated with the rising of Sirius. So I was like, well, there you go. Time to do some work with Hathor. So just when sitting with her today, it's really about gratitude, moving with grace through this last kind of time period of where a lot of this karmic energy is still rising up, right? And some of that karmic energy is a lot of deep shadow work that we've all been doing for, a while now. And integrating those shadow aspects of ourself. And why that is so important is if you're all light, you're out of balance, right? You're almost denying this other part of yourself that exists, right? Which is those things that we don't like to share with people, or we don't like to look at ourselves. So when those energies are brought forth to kind of bring those shadow sides up, it's really a time to look at it and to integrate them. And so that's what makes us balanced. That's what makes us integrate those energies into a divine being, is blending and integrating our shadow and light selves, and we become this beautiful energy of unconditional love. Because when we get to that point, you're just you, and you're just being, and all of those other things that kind of, I don't want to say consume, but maybe consume us a little bit when doing shadow work, is just kind of those insecurities or challenges with looking deep at ourselves, or looking at some of those triggers, right? People trigger us, and really just kind of looking at like, all right, why is that happening? Let me take a step below. And sometimes it could just be that it's the other person, right? Or it could just be that it's you, or it could be both of you, it could be a lot of different things. But when those triggers are coming up for everybody, pay attention to them. Is it the same theme? Is it the same type of challenge? And that's where the work is to be done. And really, it's like dissecting these triggers like little pearl onions. And you're really just looking for the root of where that wound comes from. And so we can integrate them into our being with our light selves, that shadow aspect, and moving into unconditional love, which is just a good place to be. It's where we're most authentically ourselves, and where we're most able to surrender ourselves is in that unconditional love place. So we're going to bring in Hathor to sit with us. And she is going to help us integrate those sides of ourselves that remain to be integrated with our shadow and light bodies. And she is going to give us a little DNA boost of grace as we continue to move through these karmic aspects that keep coming up and will continue to come up for a little bit longer. So she's, I just kind of get a visual of like, kind of like a skater just skating through and being graceful. Um, so we're just gonna so she's just gonna come through, guys. Kuni ku siki tiki to kuno uikia tsoko uno ko I ki tiki uku ni du I kuhi tu ui ki no ko ui so ko ushikia na ko uiki dun de no ko ikia na ke sekia to ko uku tu ui shiki I do ko ishiku do ko I do no ki I do kona kia tu uku uno ko ushiki tu kono ko ikia tsuko uno ko I Ninene ikia sikia no ui tena ka sikia to ko ishikata do kata do ishikata do no kete do shikata do soko do no de soko da na ke do soko da shikata do shiko do shokoi shokoi shikito koi shikeno koshikito kute chokoto unakita tako itaka itaka shikito uikito to kato no kishikito do ishikito ko ui konaki isukia no ki isukoto to koshu uiti to kochi ishikito uino kata tata soko uno ko ishikito to uishi no ko in kiatsukito uiki tia sakata to ishiku no ko ito ushiki ito ko uno sona kito kisuko ukana kiasikiato uikiatsikino ko ushikito ui Dona kia suku uishiki tuku usuku no koisikia. So that was really just the integration aspect, and it all took place in that heart center. So she's gonna we're gonna get now kind of like a prayer for grace, and it's going to kind of restructure our DNA to have a little more grace with ourselves, grace with others, grace with our process, grace with our triggers, just grace. Kete kietai sukoi tiishi nadai no uike doko uishi kiti kietuko no ki si kietuko no uishi koi sikiano ko ui di te do uishi ki ku u ko uiki ki suku uishi kietuko no ki ko ki tuku uishi ki tuku u koko ki kia tsuku no kosi duno ki suku ui ni kia ki tuku uishi ki to ui kosi koto no ko ishi ki ti ko isi ko nata sute kiat sakata to ui kiat sikeno ko I shuku sute ne kiat sakuto uishi ki ko sikiat ki I Kokoi kia kokoko kia ta koi kiki kututokoi kosakia taki kokokoi kiki kokokoi ketu kokoi sikia tokonokoi koi kia sikia kyo kokoi keke kotokoi keke kokokoki tokoi son tiki son Kusi kitu kusi kiti kitu kui kiti kia suki kiko suku 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 su kutu su kutu su sukutai sekitu kuisai su And those are light codes for grace and for integration, supported by Hathor. If you've watched my last transmission, you'll see I'm really just been connected to that Syrian energy right now. And so I will continue to bring forth any other aspects that continue to come and want to share and provide wisdom, love, knowledge for our growth of self. And I'm like so at peace right now, having trouble like getting my own words out. I just feel so peaceful. And I feel like I'm floating. So I hope that this transmission ignites your soul in the same way that it has done mine today. Thank you. And I just really wanted to also just thank everybody for their support, and it means a lot to me. Like, I can't even express how much gratitude I have to all of you for tuning into my transmissions and supporting the work that I do. So I am grateful for all of you. I am grateful for our new journey that we are moving into for this new year. So thank you, and eternally grateful. Thank you so much.